how like your mom was supposed to do this. Like we would have made a plan to do this, but she said she was gonna do it, and now all of a sudden she's like, oh, you gotta do it.
Birthday.
Thank you. And I think you guys had some great points about renewable energy. You know, any points that you'd like to touch on again?
The Pandora's working really good.
Well, if you think about it, the world is 75% water. So if you need energy, we have energy in the water, and we have energy. What my 8-year-old son calls. I said, "You see the sun?" He goes, "What do you think the sun is?" He said, "The sun is God's eye." So in the Bible says, "Let there be light," and we're getting free energy from God, positive energy through light, solar that's running this boat. So we got energy above us in the sky, and we got energy below us in the water. Free energy.
It's beautiful. Well done.
Well said from an 8-year-old.
Yes, outstanding. Captain Jim? Anything to add?
Twin 14,000 horsepower diesels. I think I could get this thing up to about 60 miles an hour. And only burn 200 gallons an hour at $6 a gallon. And that would be nothing, would it? I mean, we could just break the national debt because the boat would cost us, it would cost us $100,000 to go around the Great Loop. So maybe we better not do that. Maybe we'll let those big boats do that.
Good. Yeah, you bring up a good point, and how expensive it would be to go around the Great Loop with what we're currently, most of us are using out here on the lakes or on the highways or wherever we are. So
It looks like
high horsepower engines, everything is about horsepower. Everything's increased. 300 horse outboards. More outboards on
it
the
is.
boat. That's 1,200 horsepower. I can't imagine that when I see them. I go, what?
I think it's better to ride for free.
I like riding for free.
Let's break the chain off of our back. Instead of being enslaved one way or another, we're being enslaved through our pockets.
who are we making rich? Somebody's getting rich off the current deal.
So let's live off our resources, the fat off the land.
Is the
I'm sorry, my friend.
No worries.
Is the
Which are
GoPro?
good people.
We need the
There's nothing
GoPro
wrong with
running
them.
up
It's
here.
a business they have to do, but they just continue to make money. When the economy, the rest of the world is just, people is just, secondary to it. We're like just peons to the oil pump.
Peons to the oil pump. Yeah, I just paid what it cost me like $75 to fill up my tank of gas, which gives me about 340 miles to a full tank of gas. I can afford to I can afford to go from here to Orlando and halfway back on a full tank. And Jim is gonna travel around, not America, almost.
All of Eastern America.
All of Eastern America.
6,600 miles.
6,600 miles.
They call it the Great Loop.
Yep.
The Great Loop.
America's Great Loop. And we're not going to spend a dime on fuel.
Not a dime on fuel.
Not even a penny.
Yeah, we don't. There's no fuel
No.
tanks.
It's
There's no power cords. There's no way to charge the batteries other than by the sun.
There they are, right beside you guys, and up on top, obviously, the solar panels.
Gotta love that.
And you can see a beautiful sun out there.
They opened the plastic, and that's how they're. I'm wondering how they get in and out of the cabin.
Yeah, we're going to get a production meeting going here where we're going to see about, how to keep the raw, make it to go the whole trip.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be an ongoing
if you think about it,
job.
Well, that's a hell of a way to bring in 50, a half a century for you, I tell you, man.
Thank you, thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you.
I'm jealous.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us today, and
It's a pleasure.
yeah, it's
You
a beautiful
okay in
thing.
there?
It's a great day.
And I'm going to
All right, I was just worried
post
about
this
you.
on every
Because I've seen him
website
in your
and my
sleeping
Facebook
area.
and try to get as many donations as possible.
That's-
Don't let him get in
That's
there.
cool.
He'll never get out.
and if you think about it, it's
Is
free
okay?
energy. And if there wasn't the sun,
Tell him that
boat
costs
wouldn't run. If there wasn't the sun,
$5,000 a week
those
to
plants
stay in
wouldn't
there.
grow. If there wasn't the sun, the bees wouldn't pollinate the flowers that we eat. Einstein says when the bees die, man has 4 years left to live
But without the bees, we won't exist.
because they pollinate.
Well, without
they
the
pollinate
sun, that's the only,
flowers.
it's the only reason why we have life on Earth. Any living thing
Look
on
at all your
Earth is
trees.
because we have the sun.
Take
And
an
the-
apple, take an orange, take a coconut. You know, if you go and you get a coconut and you drink it, man, they're trying to recreate a coconut, but they can't. Because it's something that's natural, that's fueled by the sun, like this boat.
Exactly.
Oops. Dive her down.
Okay, we're gonna get this. Don't, oh, there's a shark. Be careful. It's right beside you. No, it's not a great white, is it?
What is it?
Shark.
Now those.
Oh, those are peanuts.
Those are salty nuts.
Salty nuts. That's a good
This is what I have to put up with every day.
You guys.
That's
This
pretty.
is how we boil peanuts.
I like it. I bought salted peanuts. Now I got, or no, I bought unsalted peanuts. Now I got salted peanuts.
organic.
Jim was saying earlier that he wanted some more salt on his pretzels.
Yeah, the pretzels don't have enough salt on them.
Yeah.
But we got sea salt now.
That's what it's.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, so Hurricane Sandy, that was unbelievable the way it hit the Northeast. I mean, what's unbelievable is I literally lived about 30 miles southeast from parts of Jersey that got hit, that completely gone. And the saddest part, what's even more unbelievable to me is I don't know, it's been about 4 months maybe since Sandy hit, something like that.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and you still have people without power and displaced from their homes.
It's true.
In the 21st century, mind you.
I was there at Seabright all the way down to Long Beach Island, and it was incredible the amount of damage that was done. And we heard stories of one guy said that he lost his home and he got $36, dollars back from the bleep insurance company.
Yeah.
Because they were still debating over where it was actually a hurricane or a tropical storm.
Right, and that's so important. The terminology, depending on what they refer to. I was telling Robert that I was crazy that boats that were in the water ended up like 10 miles onshore, like
Incredible.
in neighborhoods,
Amazing.
people's backyards, in the middle of the street. That's how far the surf went, and just, the boats floated all the way.
Storm surge.
The storm surge, yeah.
Incredible.
I don't know if you got to see any pictures of like the Jersey, Atlantic City, the whole boardwalk. I think it was Atlantic City where the whole boardwalk was gone.
Tremendous. They had the shot of the roller coaster out in the
Coney Island.
Yeah, that was out in the ocean.
Gone. Gone. Unbelievable. Sad. So terrible.
And what happens? We talked about that yesterday, Jim, with the FEMA trailers that they built and never really got around to helping
Indiana
people.
or somewhere, there's like giant field with tightly parked.
Were you there for Katrina?
No, I wasn't there, but I've been there, yeah. But they built these homes, and they're up there, never been used, they're brand new, but it's just a contract, ongoing contract with some of the builders that the government pays them to build these homes, and they're not doing anything with them, they're just up there sitting. I mean, I'm talking about, I bet you there's over 1,000 or more, you know, because you look at it and you go, oh, it's just boxes everywhere.
There were stories in the news because Obama said that he wasn't gonna he wasn't gonna deal with or what's the word I'm looking for? Basically no red tape, you know. And there were a bunch of people like you who went over there to help out with the reconstruction and rebuilding of it, who were turned away because they weren't union.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to tolerate any red tape as far as getting it fixed. And
big fights up there with the union, calling guys that come up there to help workers scabs, taking their work away from them.
Yeah, I mean, they turned them away, would not let them work.
The union wouldn't let them work.
The guys drove 1,500 miles to help.
And they said because it took from their paycheck because they were going to get paid to fix everything.
I heard as far away as from Texas, Florida. I came from around Michigan.
I assure you though, we won't be using any of this. We're not going to get into that with this boat. It's not what this is about. But that's good conversation for something.
Exactly. Sure is.
It's terrible.
It is. We need to make a difference in our lives.
You don't want bad things in the book, you want good things.
Hey!
Did you say ARG?
Arr.
You're a horrible pirate.
Full circle! Where's your pack? Did you bring us any food?
Okay, here's the inlet in North Miami. The inlet just north of South Beach, actually. Beautiful clear water here. And that goes to the intercoastal. The other side is the ocean side. And looking north now. That would be Daytona Beach way up there to the north. Aloha.